Tuff truck this weekend, or tonight actually. But I bought this piece of junk Tahoe right here for a couple $100. I bought it with the intentions of taking the engine, transmission, just basically the drivetrain, and putting in this truck over here, because LSs are cheap, or cool, and I'm super cheap, on top of the LS being cheap. And you can tell, this thing had mouse poo absolutely everywhere. Like right in here is the trash. It's a big old freaking clump of mouse crap that was inside the airbox that I probably should have looked at a year and a half ago when I bought it and kind of just parked it and left it. But it's gotten more maintenance done today, getting prepped for the race. As you can see, it's pretty well shot, literally everywhere. And then it was out to pasture for a little bit, and every time that a skid loader went by it, it happened to hit it. Plus where I parked it, it was not out in the open in the pasture, but you know, up against a tree every time. The bumper had literally rusted off. I was driving to work one day, and the plastic cover over top of this was actually holding it up, which is always good. It is registered and legal. Well, I don't know why, but I took the interior out of the thing because, as you can see, right there's some more mouse crap. It's a little dark. Some more mouse crap, and it smells. And then doing Tuff truck, I didn't want to jump, hit the ground, and mouse poop be in my mouth again. I personally have never done Tuff truck. I don't think I've, besides watching videos, ever done it myself. So I have no idea on what I need to do for like the driving to win or just keep my vehicle. I just wanted to run and drive by the end of it. And I had to buy a helmet, which I've needed an excuse for to do that for a while. I think the big things, I need to still strap in the gas tank. I pulled the airbags. I've made sure the battery is bolted down because it wasn't when I bought it. I think that's the big real things with tech. So otherwise, should be a good time. I'm gonna drive it there, which is 40 minutes away. So it's gonna be loud, gonna have earplugs in, should be a fun time. But I don't know how I'm gonna attach the camera to it so I can see, because I don't think there's really a mount for my helmet. And there's not really a good mount in there unless I hang the camera upside down to the roof and then hit the ground and pops off. So we shall see. And hopefully it's a good time. Hopefully, I don't care what happens to the thing as long as it starts up and can shift into gears, so that I can put it into my truck right here. But I've also, if that isn't the case, I somehow talked myself into a free 6-liter and a free 4L80 instead of a 4L60. So like, I bought this for this truck over here and then talked myself into free stuff. But you know, you still need the computer, fuel pump, all the just little tankery crap. So hopefully having this piece of garbage should be just great. Should be no problems whatsoever I could ever imagine. So when I was going through tech, they asked if I could let the queen drive. My truck was one of the few that didn't have anything on the side, so I'm gonna just do a little voiceover, kind of talk about the event itself while she's going through. One thing was, I know I needed to worry about my battery and my gas tank. I'll probably show some stuff of how that worked out for me afterwards. But I'll just kind of go through the tactics of what was supposed to be done. I was talking to the person who's done it more times, won a couple of times. The first jump, you're supposed to kind of just putt over. It's really got a really bad kick to it. Same with the fourth one, and that one really matters later on. The second and third, kind of just pop over it. And then the last two, you just go out. And as the queen goes, you kind of see, I was kind of expecting her to go over the one, maybe too hard, or just find one that she went over too hard and slow down. But she went for it, and that's kind of cool. So she got excited about that afterwards. She was saying she was gonna bring a car, which is kind of cool. But it was a really good time, and yeah, I wish the camera would have stayed on better. If I do this again, I definitely will make sure that I have a camera inside, because the view that I had was spectacular, and unfortunately I won't have that for the GoPro footage. But and then as the fair queen's going around, my hood never latched correctly, and then on that last jump she actually corrected it, and it could actually pull from the inside, which is really cool. That made that fixed. That was one of the only things I got fixed along the way. One thing that happened is my overflow tank cracked on this on the radiator when she was doing the run. Wasn't bad. Every radiator on this event breaks, so it is no big deal. But next thing that's gonna be up is my qualifying round, and then knockouts after that.
All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Hey, then we're on the OS, standing into the big Tahoe. Boy, that Tahoe looks pretty good then. Hey, we got 3, 1. Rubber baby bumpers right there. Hey, that's pretty sharp. Oh, the Chevy died. Oh, didn't like that jump. Oh, yeah. Oh. So, well, the Chevy was going to have a little trouble there for Eddie Woodman. I'm not sure what happened here, but it's a good run there by Greg Kelly at 27.91. Wow. Come down here, we're on tour. You had elimination here. Whoever wins goes on next. Okay, here we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Stop. Make sure he's okay. Throw your hand out there, man. Thank you. Wow.
So I'm gonna give a damage report here, and we're gonna start from the back and go forward. The gas tank strap, ratchet strap, where is it at? Held just fine, hanging around the body, worked out great. I blew one of the rear shocks, that's no big deal, it probably was blown anyways. The battery, the factory hold down was not good enough, but it had the bar, had this hooked around. So I'll have to fix that if I do this again. If you can kind of tell, it is now going uphill. That's probably stuffed a good 4 or 6 inches higher. These door gaps were actually really good, minus the rust, but that is pinched now. Bottom is open. The other side's probably worse. Everything is just jammed up. Fog lights are gone. The bumper is completely crushed in. What else? Yeah, this body gap's worse. When I landed, you might have been able to see me go like that. I was trying to tell them that I broke my steering. I thought I just blew up the steering racks, jammed it the wrong way or whatever. But when they lifted me and took me to the scrap heap, they must have jarred something loose. So I think all the teeth in the steering box are sheared or broken or whatever, and it just happened to loosen whatever it needed to be or something. Because when I was driving, if I had the GoPro mounted the way that I did to start, my view was completely dirt, and it would have been awesome to have that camera. But based on the jumping, it was kind of a little harder than I needed to with what I had set up. So again, first and fourth, I was supposed to go just putt over. What I thought happened, and the video completely denied or dispels what I believe. When we were going over this up to the third jump, I thought I saw him like a fender ahead of me. So I was, all right, 3, I'll go over even harder, put it down even harder. Fourth, I obviously hit way too hard and it just kicked my rear end. I think the body was just bouncing weird too on top of that. And I was all the way down on the pedal. So as I came up to that ramp, it went like this and just freaking donkey kicked me, sitting like Cadillac Ranch, right into the dirt. When I really didn't need to, I was ahead of the guy. On top of, if I just putted around, I was ahead of him. He spun out around the corner. I would have been golden, so I had no reason to send it that hard. I was just probably hyped up on adrenaline and it didn't work out. But it was a freaking awesome time. There's another one coming up here in a month that I'm gonna see if I can go to, if I can get the steering to work halfway decent, or if the new steering box is cheap from a junkyard. Hope I'll have better cameras and hopefully not be so dumb, but it might be worth it. I had a pretty good bruise right across here and a little bit on my stomach, but that was about it. My neck was sore, but I figured that was gonna happen. It was starting to happen on the first one. It happened pretty much to everybody in that, so it was cool. It was a good time. If you have a junk car and not like an old truck, because it was like an 80 some truck that was just a little rusty. They drove it and trashed it. They all end up trashed, but it's a really fun time. If you have something stupid, my buddy drove his, can't remember, Saturn something or other, and had a good time with that. So it's fun. If you find one around you, I would highly recommend it. It's a good time giving no regard to a car you don't care about or have any attachment to. So thank you for watching. Appreciate it. Have a good one.
You bet. You bet. You gonna call your insurance man when you get home now? I'm gonna call the insurance man. All right, good. And folks, looks like he's okay. The headlights are on. He didn't throw his hand out. Still got a battery in there? Folks, give that gentleman a hand. That was a heck of a show and a ride right there. He's been out once earlier.
Oh, I guess he got back
into the next round, but
got a little moisture in the ground, Ryan. You see it?
You bet. He left a mark in the dirt there. We'll get that patched up. We'll go forward. Tell you what, you guys got to get over to the beer tent. This guy takes care of us.
Whoa!
Straight. You will that way. Okay, now start turning.
Yeah, I know.
Well, come on. Straight. Back up a little bit, because you won't be on the crossroad. Keep your tire right there for a minute.
Go ahead.